And we're finally here. This is a Ninja up to level 70 guide. This is Shadowbringers 5.0. At 62, I want to just go through traits really quick. Shukiho at level 62 increases Ninki gauge by 6 upon landing weapon skills or successfully completing combos. Now by combos I mean something like AoE Edge combo rotation. Notice where it says the combo potency of 360. If you do that combo potency, that means that you're doing your normal rotation going from your spinning edge, that gives you 6, your Ninki gauge, your gust slash afterwards, that gives you another 6, and then finishing off your alien edge, giving you 6 as well. That's basically doing a combo rotation. Now make sure you're doing that, and make sure you're popping weapon skills. Popping weapon skills such as your Hake rotation, that will also give you 6 Ninki gauge. Now that we're on that foot, let's go ahead and jump into the first ability at level 62. It's called Hellfrog Medium. Deals fire damage to 8 targets and all enemies nearby it, with a potency of 400 for the first enemy, and then it drops down by 50% less for the rest of the enemies around it. It's going to cost a total of 80 Ninki gauge. But this is Hellfrog Medium. So again, make sure you build up your Ninki gauge with your weapon skills and your combo finishers. And then you can go ahead and pop that guy as soon as you hear that shink sound. And by shink sound, I mean this sound. At level 64, we also get enhanced Shukuchi. Resets the recast timer for Shukuchi upon executing Raiton, Gaton, or Hyoton, which we'll never use until later on. At level 66, we get Enhanced Mug. Basically increases Ninki gauge by 40 every time you land your mug. So I'm at 0 Ninki gauge. I'm going to pop my mug here, and we go straight to 40. At level 68, we get Bhavacakra, that is how you pronounce that. Deals unexpected damage, deals magic damage with a potency of 500, costs 80 Ninki gauge. It shares a recast timer with Hellfrog Medium, the one I showed you at level 62. And it is instant cast with 1 second off global cooldown. The reason it's 1 second off global cooldown, much like the Hellfrog Medium, is that it requires an Ninki gauge, and this is what it looks like. So this is traditionally single target focus, and it deals quite a bit of damage. At a level 70, we get Chi Jin. This is instant cast with 100-second off global cooldown. This is no longer tied to your Ninki gauge as it was in Stormblood. The effectors are still similar. This also increases your ninjutsu potency by 150%. So essentially making it do quite a bit more damage. So we're going to pop our Chi Jin. I have 10 seconds on the clock when I pop it. I cannot move. You also do not do any auto attacks, so it's best that you pop this guy from a safe distance. So you're going to pop your Chi Jin. I'm going to cast 10 Chi Jin. Now what you're going to notice is when I cast my 10, I'm going to do my Fuma Shuriken as I should. When I cast my Chi, however, I'm going to do my Raiton, because it already acts as if the 10 was casted before the Chi. So it's going to be 10 and then 10 Chi, and then the last one is going to be 10 Chi Jin, but I'm only casting the Jin part. So all of that, I'm going to basically be doing 10 and then 10 Chi and then 10 Chi Jin, but I'm only going to touch one of these mudras once. So I casted 3 ninjutsus with 3 buttons. Now just because it says 10 Chi Jin doesn't mean you have to cast the ninjutsus or the mudras in that order. You can go ahead and do the single target rotation, which is what I just showed you. Or you can do the AoE rotation, which will be your Jin, 10 Chi, and then you can go ahead and drag your Shukuchi. Let me just blow off my charges so you can see just what's going on. So I'm at a pretty fair distance. I'm going to go ahead and pop my 10 Chi Jin, and I'm going to do my AoE rotation. Then we're going to Shukuchi in right before the Doton expires.
Forward!
Now, if you couldn't see anything there, don't worry too much. That takes a bit of focus to do. I will post the rotation in the description through the rotations website. But what I did there, I basically just tossed out the ninjutsu that I unlocked along with my hide, and I tossed a katana. Immediately afterwards I did my Chi Jin into the AoE rotation. Because once you pop your Chi Jin, your ninjutsus reset. I'm just gonna grab the other mobs. Seems to be a new tank, but they're not doing these things too fast. They're able to manage. I just need to go a little bit faster. Since we have our Gesatsu, we're gonna do our Gesatsu here twice. Our Katana here twice. You're basically just following the same situation that you've done up until now. I think that's a pretty good example of the AoE rotation. It's a bit clunky at first. You might get it wrong a couple of 20-30 times, but eventually you get it right, and your damage is just a gigantic spike. We're coming up against a boss here, so first, right off the bat, let's go ahead and put our Huton on, and let's go ahead and hide. Get rid of that hide. The stuff that you've already done up until now. We're going to do our Suiton, then we're going to do our Gesatsu. Right after that, we're going to trick attack. Pretty much put all the cooldowns that you have on the target. Oh, wrong way. So anytime you have Gesatsu and your ninjutsu is about to come off cooldown, wait till it comes off cooldown, and then pop that Gesatsu. Because odds are you're going to be able to use your trick attack into the next ninjutsu, which ultimately multiplying the damage. So right here we're going to wait till the mechanic goes through, and then we're going to do our Chi Jin here. A bit clunky, but you kind of get the idea. So it's always going to be your Shadow Fang first, and then you're going to do 2 Aeolian Edges, and then finally finish it off with your Armor Crush. Oh, my Shade Shifter, so I might die if I don't. So we're going to get our trick attack here. Maybe I have enough time to use it. Oh, never mind. Target died. Well, it's a pretty good example. I was a bit clunky there because I don't play ninja as much as I used to, but you kind of get the idea. It's a lot of burstiness at first, and then you basically just put everything on cooldown.